Hi YouTube, Mason Sushi. Back again. Sorry, some of my videos are taking longer to put out now, but just been real busy with the newborn. Just hadn't got around to it. I've been spending a lot of time modding the AV. Modding the top loader with AV. I've done 3 of them now. I'm getting better at it, but so it kind of ate up a lot of my time. What little time I did have, you know, not dealing with the kids and the wife and everything, spending my time with them. But the reason for this video, this is going to be a little shorter. I try to, you know, take up my full time, but I received an email today on YouTube. I'm just going to read it off the screen here, so sorry I'm not going to be able to look at you, but it says, "Hey Mason Sushi, I recently subscribed to your videos and after seeing your PS1 and PS2 videos. I wanted to ask you, what is your reason for collecting? Everyone seems to have one of their own. I like to collection. I guess he goes, I like to collect as I can revisit parts of my life experienced during the time I played the game. What about you? Also, what is your favorite Final Fantasy and why? Luke." And his name for credit is Lukezzz93's. Oh, I just had it here. Lukezzz93 sent that. He's a new subscriber. Hi Luke, thanks for the kind words. It's one of the nicer ones I've gotten. Why did I start collecting? Well, I started collecting early '96. I was in high school, and there was a place locally that started having games for sale. He sold them for $5 regardless of title, regardless of condition, if it had box or whatever. And I just went in on a whim one day. The 64 was coming out, the Super was there, and I really don't know. I remember having a friend of mine at the time who was really kind of into retro gaming. I say retro because it was only one generation behind that one, but we decided, you know, we were walking around and was like, let's play some old Mario Brothers. Old being that they're 5 years old, I guess. But when you're in high school, you know, 5 years ago, you were in, you know, 7th grade, so it seems like forever. And we went to the store and picked up a handful of games, and that kind of started it. I had about 50 games growing up as a kid, give or take a little bit, maybe 45 to 50, and the bug got me. There was a place called Farmore, which was a pharmacy slash rental place that sold rented VHS and Nintendo games. I don't remember them renting any Genesis or anything like that. They also rented Nintendo VHS. They rented something else too. And they also had, it was like a mini grocery store kind of thing. It was before Blockbuster moved in, really, to where we were. So it was pretty much about the only place. It was pretty big. Kind of like, if you can imagine, a Walgreens or something like that, but about 4 times as big as far as space is concerned, and having like a rental store in it, if you can think of it like that. But anyway, we went there and we used to rent a lot of games there. So fast forward to when I was in high school, I was like, yeah, I remember going to Farmore renting all these games. We should totally go back and buy the ones that I got when I rented them. So that's kind of what I did. I started picking up the ones I rented that I liked, and then was like, well, this one's like $5. And then Funko Land, a few years later, started selling them, and at least locally, and they were dirt cheap. They used to have a newspaper thing they printed and left on the counter, and you could go in there and see games for like $1, you know, 65 cents. Mario Brothers was like a quarter or whatever, you know. And so I filled out my collection there, and then whenever I traveled, I filled out my collection. So that's kind of how I got started. Why do I collect? I have an addictive personality. I collected everything from Beanie Babies, and I know you laugh about that, but I got more into the hunt than the beans. I got them, and I just kind of gave them to my sister at the beginning, and then it was kind of like a weird obsession, just trying to get them. I did Magic the Gathering cards in the mid-90s when they were popular. Did coins. I just, anything that's like collectible, I tend to gravitate towards. And then over time, all that stuff fades out. I don't collect them anymore. But the games were the one thing I did collect because I enjoyed playing them. All the other things kind of required, either did nothing, like you know, coins, or like Magic requires a second person to play. Beans did nothing; they just kind of sat there. Plus, they got annoying. The games I could always pop in by myself. I could, you know, if I had a bad day, I could say, let's play this GameCube game, or let's play, you know, this Nintendo game I played when I was a kid, and that's just kind of why I stuck it out. So I've been collecting, I guess, 96 now, 14 years. My collection right now, I did a video at the beginning of this of the year, right after New Year, kind of saying my goals and stuff. So I still haven't completed my 64 set. I'm fairly close, I guess, to make 50 titles, 60 titles. This is part of it here, and I have another one of these kind of display things over there that's not on camera. Halfway full, so I'm close with that. My Master System is a little slower than I like it to be, and I have about 30-some games for the TurboGrafx, which only has 98 games, so I'm like a third of the way with that set. So I kind of moved to collecting sets. Kind of gives you a better goal than just randomly buying stuff. Yeah, I just enjoy it. I posed a question to y'all, why did y'all start collecting? Leave comments about it, please. I would love to know why everyone tries to collect, even if you got a small collection. You know, if you got 20 games, you know, let me know what made you pick those 20 games. I think that'd be fascinating to find out what some of my viewers like to collect, and why they collect what they do, and if they prefer a smaller collection or if they prefer, you know, a larger collection. The other part of my question that was given to me by Luke was, what's my favorite Final Fantasy game? And that's easy. My favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 1. Final Fantasy, I spend more times beating that game. I buy it on every platform, regardless if I own the platform. The only one I don't have is the WonderSwan one. Like, I have it on the PSP. I don't own a PSP. Actually, that's kind of a funny thing, because I have like 15 PSP games or 20 PSP games. I don't own the system. But anyway, I just love it. I love the fact that you could pick your characters, like 4 out of the 6, and then go on the adventure, and then as soon as you finish, you could just pick another group of 4, totally different kind of characters, a kind of different party build, and then go through the exact same game again and have a totally different experience. Personally, I think that's what Final Fantasy should do now. I mean, the Japanese, you know, now they have steampunk brought in and all this stuff, and it totally lost me. I think Final Fantasy should be Final Fantasy, not Final Steampunk or Final Emo Kids with Spiky Hair or whatever. I know there's a big group of people out there that love Final Fantasy, and I buy them all just because I'm weird and I collect games, but they kind of lost me. Actually, after 1, I got 2, which was really 4, and I played it, and I didn't care for it because I couldn't pick my characters. I was like, so you're telling me I'm stuck with this one loser guy at the beginning and hearing him whine and piss and moan? I don't know. I like that style. I like being able to customize your characters from the outset in your party. I think if Square Enix would go back to that for kind of like a throwback game, that would be awesome. I've probably beaten that game, and I don't exaggerate, probably 20 to 25 times. About beat it once a year. It's kind of a goal. Actually, I'm due to play it this summer sometime. I've beaten it with a whole bunch of characters, although the only one I've never beaten it with, I played with them but never beaten it with them, was the Black Mage. Go figure. When I got that character in my party, I'd play with it, and for some reason to, you know, stop it, or get bored or whatever, and then forget about it, and then start up another game and just pick different characters, like, you know, 3 fighters and a white mage or something. But that's my favorite game. I really could play that game just over and over and over again with different customization of the characters. Well, this was supposed to be a short vid, but as my stopwatch says, I'm 9 minutes in. But thank you everybody for subscribing. Actually, I'm going to record another video right after this one, or right before, depending on which order you see them in. But thank you for watching me. I'm close to 200 subscribers, and it means a lot. You know, some people have many thousands of people. Some people like me only have, you know, a couple hundred. But every one of you guys are special to me. I appreciate your viewing and your comments. If you agree with me on something, let me know. If you disagree with me on something, let me know. You know, we don't always see eye to eye. But again, thanks for watching. See ya.